This is Jeff O'Leary coming at you with another episode of Keeping Real Estate Real. If you know me, you've been on my website, you know I'm a big proponent of honest, ethical real estate transactions. I don't like bait and switch tactics, and I don't like dishonest people representing. However, at the end of the day, it happens, and I'm going to share a story of how it happened to me, so stay tuned. So here's my story. I got hooked by a door-to-door salesman. And it was for cable, and they knocked on my door and they promised me the best package ever for the cheapest price ever. So I looked at it, and even in the back of my head, I knew it was probably too good to be true. I went for it anyway, because heck, it's only cable TV, right? So fast forward a couple of days, the tech's there. They spend about 5 hours setting it all up, and as soon as I turn on the TV, I realize this isn't the package I thought I was getting. So I call up the company and I say, where's this channel? Where's that channel? My wife likes this channel. What the heck's going on? I have like basic cable. And she goes, well, that's what you ordered. And I'm like, whoa. The gentleman that came to my door showed me this flyer saying the best TV service. Now, when I went online to the website, they have a package called the best TV package. And that package has all the channels, even more than I had. So that's what I assumed I was getting. But in the fine print, she said, no, sir, you're kind of mistaken. We're just saying, the flyer just says we have the best TV service. You're actually getting a much lower package. So my logical question is, well, how much is the best TV package? Well, that's another $50. Yeah, right. So basically, I spent a whole day. I switched my service just to get a service that I was going to pay $10 more for the same thing. So at that point, I just lost it. You know what? But luckily for me, we're only talking about cable TV. We're not talking about buying a home. And on top of that, my wife and I are smart enough to know that there is a 10-day cooling off period when someone sells you something door to door. So I went ahead and canceled the service. They tried their best to keep me. They offered me whatever. But when you start off a relationship that way, I just didn't feel good, and I had a good idea that it wasn't going to get any better from there, so I canceled it right away. See, here's the moral of the story. Many real estate agents out there are trained to ask you the right questions in order to use scripts and high-pressure sales tactics to pinpoint what your hook is. So for instance, it could be commission, maybe it's home staging, maybe it's finding a buyer that they already have for you, all things that they say in order to just get you to sign on the dot. When they focus on your hook, you may forget to ask other questions about services and what you want, and you end up signing because the pressure's on, and you don't really get what you were looking for as you find out later on. The problem with real estate is most people, by the time they've signed that contract, they're already in it for the ride. They figure might as well just go along with it and get this over with. Are they happy? Heck no, but they've signed a contract that they can't get out of. And that's why I tell people, and when they're researching real estate agents, to not only look at how many homes they sold, but also look at the quality of the service they provided, get references, look at their online presence. Are they involved in their community? Can you tell from the material they have, not what they say out of their mouth, because that means nothing. Are they a good person? Do they run a tight business? Are they going to do what they said they can do? So there you have it. I'm Jeff O'Leary talking about how I got high pressure sailed by a door-to-door salesman. Be aware with real estate agents, do your research ahead of time because they're trained just like that salesman to get you to sign a contract. There you have it. I'm Jeff O'Leary talking about real estate. If you have any questions, always feel free to call or email me. Keeping real estate real, and I'm out.